Hello everyone, I am Zelo. I will be your commentator for this Cadence Gold Division race for CoNDOR Season 14 between ekimekim and TicTacFoe. Give me just a second, I'll get everything set up here. I'm kind of running out the door because I just finished a ring fit session myself, and they're starting a little early, so just gotta take just a second to get ready here, but won't take long. And some quick stats before we start here. We've got ekimekim with a 12-9 record, 915 best, and 1322 average. TicTacFoe with a 612 record with a 915 best and a 1328 average. So decently matched as far as times go. But it looks like I'm about ready to go right here. So we've got ekimekim on the left, TicTacFoe on the right. And we will get started. Early caw-caw. Good morning, Winterbit. It's like they're getting the race started faster than then I was able to even like get some clothes off. So I'm just gonna be sitting here in sweats, and they're gonna be sweating as they race. We are good to go, Ekim. Y'all can go ahead. Oh, I didn't forget anything important. I don't think I did. But I actually found a new use for my monitor, my third one. It's like, here, just throw both streams up there full screen, and now I never have to crop. Easy peasy. So good luck both racers. It's going to be a fun time. And if it's not, I'd give you a refund, but I ain't got anything to refund to begin with. This is free content. Alright, countdown in the race room. And off we go. Alright, we got an immediate 3-pack of bombs going straight down. That's a good start. Cadence always wants to have at least 3 bombs going into the Necrodancer fight at the very beginning, so getting even more early on is very helpful, especially since we can use those on mini-bosses. And we're finding several extra bombs along the way, too. This is a good start. So we're actually going to leave 1-1 with, it looks like 6 bombs max. TicTacFoe missing 1, but we've already got plenty, so this probably won't make too much of a big deal, I hope. So unfortunately, nothing but an obsidian, or a base broad. Oh, Shrine of Peace right here. And TTF's going to go for the dagger. It's only frost. Pretty bad. Ekim bombing the shrine directly, getting the peace ring, which is definitely better than the frost. And TTF blew up the trap door when they were setting up the shrine, so really bad, unfortunate right there, because TTF has to go the long way to kill this dire bat. But Ekim took a hit going down into 1-3 right there, so not good on the health situation. We've got a coupon right here. Look like Ekim's going to blast through this wall right here, and goes right down to the Minotaur that's on the other side. Oh, that's unfortunate. Those 1-beat reactions, they're the worst. So that gives TTF a little bit of time to breathe, hopefully get off this frost dagger here. But Ekim could make his way back, no problem. Yeah, got to be really careful on these Zone 1 floors, just because they may seem really non-threatening, but then Minotaur just comes right off. Oh, we've got one hell of a shot. We can just buy the heavy plate. No, TTF, don't blow it up. You have the coupon. No! That was the smart way to kill, but we didn't need to kill. We had the coupon. Oh, this is where build awareness really comes into play. Ekim's just going to be able to grab that coupon and just scoop the heavy plate up and keep the shops open. That'll probably help out. But in the meantime, TTF did find an obsidian hammer, which is pretty decent, at least for now. Good to get off that that frost dagger at least. When you have the exactly 1 build awareness. Oh no, Ekim didn't realize there was a coupon there too. He's probably going to kill the shop too. Oh no. Okay, well at least we're not going to have seed variants to worry about. But, oh, that's so sad. The one-time coupon would have been really useful. Alright, well we've got some Earth Tomes out of the 1-4 purple chest. So, still very good, even with hammer in play. Ekim didn't find the hammer, so probably going to have to just go for a weapon here on 1-4. So, going to be missing out on those Earth Tomes unless we're just going to somehow stay on the dagger, and I really would not recommend that going into Zone 2. TTF finding the Shriner. Oh, we've got actually a pretty good Shriner. You could get a map. You could get Cap. Looks like we're going to bomb for a ring and a map here. And we'll find out what the mystery ring is. So it's not peace. We know that much. Doesn't look like it's regen. It might be a damage up. I'm not sure how much damage that was. No, it's not a damage up. Oh, there's a titanium staff right there. It could just be something like charisma. It's not gold and it's not courage. So it's probably just charisma. So I think if you're Ekim, you honestly just take the map or the cap. Ekim look like they're going to swap off to this glass armor to try and keep this cat alive, maybe. It doesn't have the gold to buy the weapon. Unfortunately, we don't have any gold here. So TTF already down to 3-1. Ekim going to go ahead and get the weapon here, figure out what it is. TTF already exiting 3-1 just fine here. Hammer's a little snaggy, though, so it's very easy to get caught on coals. So you got to be really careful with your positioning here. I still haven't figured out what this weapon is for Ekim yet. But TTF not having an issue getting around here. It looks like Old Faithful, the Titanium Long. So, trying to use that Greater Transmute, but only getting a spear out of it. Good use of the Mushroom, though, on Ekim's side. So, TTF going into Deep Blues 3, pretty easy with a hammer. Not going to be able to use the Earth because of hammer range, but we can still clean up the pieces nice and easy here. So we've got about a 1-zone lead for TTF. Ekim really needs to get going. And finds the Ring of Courage. This might be what saves him. Ring of Courage with Longsword, quite strong. It's only 2 damage, but it's still good. Really good to cut through these smaller enemies. So Ekim could definitely catch up here. Oh, TTF taking a hit on Goo, but thankfully did not hurt that much thanks to the Heavy Plate. Ekim doing a good job mapping thanks to the map. Getting these immediate trapdoors. Already up to 3-4. So not too far behind, only about a floor and a half down. Now TTF has to be really careful with this hammer because smacking a Golem and getting smacked immediately, even with the Heavy Plate, is going to hurt quite a lot. We don't want that happening here. Taking a hit right there. That's also just the scary part of using the hammer there with Obsidian. If you drop your multiplier, your damage is down quite a bit. And TTF's in a really bad spot. Good use of the Fireball to clear out the enemies. Ekim trying to get a purple to help out, but unfortunately it's only the free scroll. Going to be useful for only a little bit. TTF getting a little bail with that cheese, though. So only about a floor down now. Maybe about 2 floors down. Yeah, about 2 floors down right now. Ekim using the courage to tank that fire pick, thankfully. But really, really needs to push this if he wants to catch up. Like, he's got the courage. He really has to push this. Getting the Explorer's Boots out of the Conjurer, that's actually really good for him because now we don't have to worry about Goo sliding in. But TTF's already done with Zone 4 there. Hammer Zone 5 is a little scary, but not too bad. And we've got the Snowbro on TTF's side to help with enemies on the upside. Oh, Ekim getting a little cornered. Thankfully having that courage to bail him out. Can't afford to take too many hits, though. We're down to 1 heart right here. Hopefully we get some pixies on the way. Playing a little scared here. Not able to make up the ground, unfortunately. These enemies are just not playing nice. So TTF taking a little slow with this dig through here. We're going to open up a few things. Finding a bomb. Don't really need it. We've got 6 of them. Looking like we're having a bit of a claustrophobic 4-3 here. Trying to get to this exit, but there's a lot of stuff guarding it. And the Snowbro, unfortunately, not helping against that skeleton. We don't have the 3 damage to knock the shield off. TTF does have the Earth Tomes just in case something bad happens. So in case Dead Ringer goes wrong, we do have the Earth Tomes to back us up. Ekim getting through Zone 4 finally and into Fortissimo. Probably going to pop that shield, that freeze scroll here so we can get a fast kill. Losing out on this, getting a little trapped. Not able to set this up, unfortunately. It's a little bit awkward. TTF's going to go ahead and swap over to the cat. That's a wise decision coming up because we don't want to get snagged on Dead Ringer. So good play on his part. So Ekim finally making it into Zone 5, but on half a heart looking really scared as TTF goes into Dead Ringer. We can easily just freeze an Earth Tome, actually. So getting the easy double Earth kill. Snowbro really coming in handy there. So pushing straight into Necrodancer, no problem. We've got the potion on deck. So it's TTF's race to lose right here. It would probably take a serious dad dunk for him to lose. I think if you're Ekim at this point, you just try and survive. Just in case. Because you're already down half a heart, and if you die, it's going to be pretty much over anyways. So, TTF already 3 hits in, getting most of these orders. Having a little trouble with that one right there. Necrodancer not cooperating. Ekim at least getting the fun big zaps as we courage along. Oh, getting frozen. But trapping Necrodancer in the corner right there. And TTF is going to take race 1 as Dad hits the stairs. GG. Yeah, unfortunately, Ekim just had that early death and was never able to really recover. Just couldn't make up the ground. Had a good ring. Like, Courage is really good at catching up. And Longsword is one of the safest ones, but maybe just having only 2 damage hurt that a bit. Hey, what's up, Jackets? And Poda. I'm still gonna yell at them for, you have the coupon, at least on TTF side, you have the coupon and you don't buy the heavy plate. That makes everybody sad. The one-time coupon is actually worth it. So, Racer's getting ready for race 2 right here. Just having a quick talk about where the hammer was. We'll see if Ekim can spring back for race 2 right here. Trying to get all of the Australian numbers in the countdown. We had 4 in the first race, and now we have 6. It's really just an Ekim and a ribbon graph thing. It's just Australians love to do that. I don't know, I guess when you're on the other side of the world from me, anything's fair game, I guess. Alright, we got immediate back closet. Gotta skip out on it. Oh, Telethia does that too. Alright, well, it looks like Ekim already found we've got an Arc Dagger in the 1-1 black chest, so this is going to be a very, very fast race. Just gotta love having the immediate top-tier weapons in your very first floor of the seed. So Arc Dagger having a base 2 damage and also shocking nearby enemies having massive arcs around enemies. Easily the best non-move dig weapon in the entire game. Just handles swarms so well. Oh, I could have used that monkey to get the barrel right there, but I'm gonna have to skip out on it. TTF's gonna farm up for this leprechaun. Looks like Ekim hears a dragon, but doesn't know where it's from. There it is over there. Looks like we're gonna wait on it. Gonna go ahead and farm it up. Well, TTF gets the gold and just does a little bit of detouring here. So we do have a Torch of Foresight in there, which is useful in the Blood Drum as well. TTF's just gonna go ahead and skip out on that Blood Shop. Just gonna rely on mapping from other things. So probably looking around for a shop to use this gold on. As Ekim gets down to 1-3. We found a 1-3 shop. It's got a torch, and it's got some cookies, and a holster. Buy the holster! Take the holster! TTF! You have Arc Dagger in the holster, you can throw it if you need to. Oh, Ekim taking a hard hit right there and choosing to attack the wrong enemy instead of backing off. Oh, getting dunked by the Golem, or the Minotaur early. And getting a little scared there. Looked like they thought they were going to get hit, so they lose the Flawless on Deep Blues there. TTF not having a problem, so TTF's going to be able to check this and get some safety. Ekim's not going to really be able to do much with this Blood Drum without some health. Oh, we've got a shield spell in this arena right here, but TTF finds Freeze in the purple chest. That's huge. Combined with this shield from the arena, this is going to push it in TTF's favor heavily. So Ekim's got a lot of work cut out for him. Gonna have to just really push this shield. We did pop that Curse Potion, but immediately getting hit by the bat! Down to 1 Cursed Heart immediately. Oh man, this is really rough. Oh, that Armadillo went straight down the trapdoor. But we've got Darkness Conjurer right here, it looks like. So Ekim's just gonna be able to find whatever build they want. TTF's gonna look like they're gonna miss it if they don't double back for it. But Ekim's not in a safe plot. I think you honestly conjure Heavy Glass if you can. I'm not sure if it's in the 2-2 pool. Like, that's what Ekim needs is some safety, and Heavy Glass would allow that. So there's the Heavy Glass for Ekim. Looking like TTF looking for that Conjurer as well. Still looking around 2-2, so that gives Ekim a chance to push a little bit. We've got, looks like, Piercing and Heavy Glass out of it, and a Battle Shovel. So, going to be able to push a little bit here. We can at least take a few hits, and we're just going to have to manage our shield use very well. Good use of the shield to get out of the arena there. So, Ekim does not have a lot of health, and just going to have to just play very carefully. Just going to have to rely on the Arc Dagger and recharge shields. Plays this Fortissimo very well, thankfully. Gonna go ahead and take the free scroll. I agree with that. You don't really need the blood drum when you only have one cursed heart. And the free scroll will definitely get you more mileage. Not really anything we want in the shops. I guess we're going to take the might just in case we need an extra +1. I guess that's debatable with Electro Dagger. Since the arcs have basically piercing. And you can kill stuff in 2 hits with the base damage. So I guess that's a fair trade. So TTF trying to push, trying to get back in the lead here as Ekim makes his way down to 3-2. Having that darkness to map out, TTF's probably having to rely on Ekim's side for mapping here. We've got a possible food shot, but I don't think Ekim has time to check it, especially with only 1 bomb. Like, TTF has all the bombs he needs. Ekim actually going to go and shut me up and go ahead and check the food shop, and it's the worst one. One of the worst ones. So now we have an extra heart just in case we need the blood shield, but TTF's already caught up. Probably going to bust this open for the health himself. Going to go ahead and sacrifice the torch. Those spirits being really cheeky there. So Ekim not having any bombs. Hopefully we can get something out of Zone 4 coming up. Already lost a piece of Heavy Glass. And Conga 3 is not being happy right now. TTF gets into Conga right as Ekim's finishing here. And it looks like Ekim's going to try and either get some bombs or find a ring or spell. We've got regen. I think honestly you would take that over the might. You have 2 hearts. You could regen 1 blood shield per floor. That might be what caused it, and that could be costly. TTF definitely wants to go for the purple here. Utilize that freeze and shield to the max. Oh, but it's piercing for TTF because we conjured the piercing. Oh, we conjured the piercing on Ekim's side, so it's not regen after all. Oh, that's the kind of variance we love to see, or hate, depending on who you are. Still, can be useful. Okay, TTF finding some armor here. Ekim pushing into 4-2. Electro Dagger really putting its work in right there. Ekim's shield use has been very good through the Zone 4 so far. Still have 2 hits left on the Heavy Glass, which is really nice. There we go. TTF using that freeze to good effect. Taking a hit on the stairs. Thankfully had the quartz. Ekim being very careful not to get gooed right here. Losing another piece of the Heavy Glass, but we did get we at least have 1 more hit, and we're out of the scariest zone. So gonna go ahead and pop the free score here for an easy dead ringer or death metal kill. As TTF heads into the 4-3 room itself. But unfortunately, hitting the golem at a bad spot, not able to get through that area now. They're gonna have to dig around, losing some time. So both players do have the map. We're gonna be able to see any kind of dig throughs, but we're both also down to 1 bomb each. So unless we find some additional bombs, we're gonna have to do some butt puzzles on both sides. It sure does exist. Alright, and it's literally down to the wire in many, many ways. Right here on the edge of 5-2 for Ekim. TTF right outside the boss room. TTF really needing to push these spells in order to catch up. Ekim did find a ring of shielding. Going to provide a little bit of extra safety, and I think with you don't really need the extra might for Zone 5 anyways, so having that extra safety to be able to push is actually okay. And we did find a heal spell somewhere too, so that could be useful for some more blood shields. So Ekim the first down to Dead Ringer right here. It looks like it's a right side spawn. We're going to have easy left side scoots. And thankfully we've got the darkness. Nothing on the right coming out. No riders or anything spooky. So having a nice, easy left side, right side spawn kill. Echo going to probably try and check for bombs here. And only gets the Snowbro. TTF getting the double riders, unfortunately. Going to have to back off a little there. Thankfully does get the successful left side scoot strat. So it really just comes down to butt puzzles and lures. Both players with the shield probably going to be able to use that on the last phase to get an extendo shield. Butt puzzles are not seeded either, so depending on what puzzles we get, it could be bad. And Ekim's not having a good time setting this up. Thankfully, that monkey was perfect to set up that bomb right there. So Ekim's going to be able to just bomb the stage, set off the extender shield, and off he goes. TTF having a little trouble setting up this second butt puzzle. So it is down to lures at this point. It's like, how well do we know our fundamentals? Dad not playing nicely here for Ekim. TTF still not able to get to the stage. Using that extender shield to be able to grab the loot immediately. We're down to 2 hits left for Ekim. Tries to use the fireball, but realizes it's not the spell. You can't blood out of that. So 1 hit left for Ekim right here. Trying to set up this last lure, getting frozen. 3 hits for TTF. Trying to chase him down, and Ekim gets that last hit. And takes game 2. GG's. What a race. Hey, what's up, Toka? So, very, very quick. 9:01 in game time. In the race room, we've got a 9:14. Yeah, what was that run, Ekim? 1 cursed heart at 2-1. That was very scary. I think what also really did it was that TTF spent all that time in 2-2 and did not get the Shadow Conjurer. And we could have gotten, if we had Shadow Conjured for piercing, TTF could have gotten regen out of like 3-4 and probably could have really pushed it out. I think that was actually quite a deciding factor. Alpha build Cadence health limit. I think the I know one of the early builds was only 2 hearts. I don't know if it was 3 or 2 in the earliest alpha, or 1 or 2. But yeah, Ekim had to roll every single armor and Shadow Conjure before finding the heavy glass. That must have been extremely scary. I was wondering if it was even in the pool at that point. So both players 1-1 going into race 3 right here. Oh, my heart can't take this at this hour. Like I've just come from Ring Fit. I go into casting this, and I'm just constantly like yelling at everything that's going on. My heart can't take it. Ekim needing a sec to calm down. I don't blame him. I'm this way as well. It's been a very exciting match. And just like the standards for matches in the last like 3, this is my 4th season playing, and ever since I started, the skill level of every tier has gone up so much that even like gold level races are so much faster. It's just really ridiculous how good the community has gotten. So countdown is starting. Get going in just a second here. See who's going to take race number 3. And just a reminder that every match in this event is not a best of 3. All 3 races are always played as we go for a point system using MMR, and thus every race matters. So even if you're down 0-2 in a match, always want to try and get that last point. Alright, so we've got a red chest on 1-1 right here. Probably could have a torch or something. It's got cheese. Cheese is good. A little bit of health regen. It never hurts. Also good for tanking enemies if needed. Yeah, you kind of did. I feel like I was like the beginning of that wave too when I got in for Season 10. It's like, I got beat up hard going into my first season. So Ekim the first down to 1-2 right here. Finding another red chest and a cracked wall. We've got a Gluttony Charm. Probably just going to eat that cheese on right off the bat right here. Ekim deciding what to do. What is Ekim trying to do? Probably hearing a mini-boss come and stomp that open for him. Yep, it's a dragon, so we're just going to be able to go straight down to the blood shop here. Yeah, I'm surprised Ekim has not just already used the cheese for Gluttony. Maybe we already forgot we got Gluttony. This is an okay shop. We've got armor, we've got a torch, we've got a gold cutlass. This is actually pretty decent. Like, this will definitely get you through the early game. The armor will last all game for you. So Ekim, not realizing he has Gluttony and leaves the cheese behind without eating. That might cost him. That's a free 2 hearts not getting used. This is definitely built. Oh, but getting bailed by a drumstick immediately. But not using the Gluttony there either. Ekim, what are you doing? This is the second time we've had an item just in our inventory and not getting used. First with the coupon on race 1, and now we have this Gluttony going to waste. I'm so mad. Okay, all of you racing in the rest of the season, if you're not going to use something, give it to me. I need it. Alright, both of them finishing up Fortissimo 1 just fine and getting an Obsidian Harp. TTF making a quick shovel swap right here for Titanium. I think that's fair. Ekim going to do the same, so being able to dig open tier 2 walls is really nice, especially since we're getting a free potion out of it. And TTF's going to have more potion use because we have that cheese that we gluttonied off of. And we've got a glass shopper here. We've also got a super secret shop. TTF's just going to pass on that. Nothing good in this 2-2 shop here. But Ekim probably going to check this super secret. Going to use the glass shovel to just get straight in, not needing to spend a bomb. And it is heavy plate. Definitely worth a swap right there. TTF farming up for the Leprechaun. Going to go ahead and take the holster that Blood Rapier. It could be useful for some regen if needed. I think that's wise. And going to have just the Obsidian Harp just for the general damage and the range. If we find a damage up, then the Rapier definitely becomes very useful. But for now, staying on the Harp is a good strat. Oh, that Minotaur getting away a little bit there. Ekim down to not having the damage, unfortunately. So having to just take his time clearing out the dragon there. And leaving the Obsidian Harp behind. Probably going to see if we can check what's in this black chest. Trying to dig around these enemies is taking a lot of time as TTF's already finished 2-4 and getting the Earth Spell. So TTF looking really good with this build. Yeah, that was a scary red dragon. And with this glass torch, we're gonna be able to map out these zone 3 floors really nicely. The layouts can get confusing, but thankfully we can see all enemies on the mini map. Oh, we've got 2 more heart containers and a pain ring in this lock shop on 3-2. That's huge. That would actually be very useful with the Rapier, and TTF notices that, makes the swap to the Rapier. Rapier with Ring of Pain is very powerful. TTF finishing 2-4 as well, getting that Earth Spell. Gonna really need to put it to use in order to catch up here. We got about a 1.5 zone lead for TTF. And it's gonna be hard to catch up with this Rapier Pain build. TTF having some, or Ekim having some slides right here. Gotta be careful, especially since we're down to only half a heart with the potion. Don't want to end up dropping that before we get some regen. Ekim very confused, trying to find where this exit is, though. Finding an Old Faithful, which is normally good, but we have a Blood Rapier with Pain. I think we're just going to stick with that and have the Harp on holster. So into Deep Blues 3 right here. Going to be a nice, easy Earth kill. Just setting this up. Unfortunately, hitting the King as we try and set up the Earth, so not going to be able to get a fast kill. Ekim does find the shop right there. Getting that. Not going for the heart containers, though. Going to go ahead and bomb for the gold needed. So we're at least going to have some hearts. TTF trying to find an extra spell out of the purple, but unfortunately only a Ring of Charisma. Ring of Telema, I guess we call it now. So neither player with goop protection still, so things could still be a little scary in Zone 4 here, but Pain takes care of Blade Masters and other really scary threats since most enemies in Zone 4 do not have a lot of health in general. I mean, you have the armadillos, you have like the upper tier, like warlocks and such, and the golems, but you get like harpies and goblin bombers, all 1 health, very easy to deal with. So Ekim dropping into Deep Blues 3 now. Oh, we've got this dragon right here, good earth to seal off the dragon there. Just gonna have to push this off. Ekim getting the Earth kill right there. Unfortunately, it looked like we didn't get flawless, so we're gonna have to skip out. But purple wasn't anything, wasn't anything to spark at, anyways. So we got about a 2-floor lead. Ekim manages to take a Telemonkey into the shop. It's a pretty good Telemonkey and a shop with getting the Miner's Cap out of it. So we got to really push this now. Like, we have pain. We can just tear right through these bats. Good Earth. Thankfully, we had already taken damage the beat before getting Fire Pig, so we didn't take any damage from that. But TicTacFoe already finishing, looks like Conga 4 and getting into Zone 5. Going to be very easy to clean this up with Rapier Pain. And with TicTacFoe having both 7 hearts, some armor, and a potion on deck, it's looking rough for Ekim. Ekim pushing good into 4-3 right here. But TicTacFoe already down to 5-3. Showing no fear here. Don't have to really worry about enemies in Zone 5 when you've got Rapier Pain. And good move using the Earth to lock out the enemies behind you. Getting a little stuck here, but managed to make their way out. So into Dead Ringer right here, we've got Blood Drum. So we're just going to go for an easy Blood Drum kill. TicTacFoe setting that up very easily. We've got Polka Death Metal while we're at it. If only we were, like, on Death Metal. So TicTacFoe having enough bombs right here, and the Blood Drum going to be able to set up a very fast Phase 2 start. And then from there, it is 6 hits. Good timing on that to not get punched by the Necrodancer. Just remember, if you Blood Drum the Necrodancer out the beat before he does something, and it's very easy to just get smacked in the face, and I've seen people die to that. A little bit of an explosion on that hit right there. TicTacFoe 4 hits in. Ekim finishing Zone 5 and getting into Dead Ringer. But TicTacFoe down to the last hit, just setting this up. And last hit goes down, and TicTacFoe takes Race 3 for the 2-1. GG's. A great race overall, but I think a lot of it really came down to Ekim not realizing he had Gluttony. And without those extra hearts, he was playing very scared in Zone 3. Like, the build awareness, you gotta be careful what's in your inventory. Like, TicTacFoe was able to use those extra hearts and just play a little bit more confidently, and that, I think, really helped him get ahead. Yeah, Ekim, you had Gluttony the entire time. We were yelling at you through all of Zone 1. So, that's our lesson for today's race is, hey, if you check your build every once in a while, make sure you've got stuff. So, let's see if we have another race going on right now. See if anybody else is going on soon. Alright, we've got Geki and G-Fitty in, looks like half an hour. So, I'm going to just leave this here for now, and I will just be back on later when that happens. So I will call that, but I'm just going to cut the stream for now. So thank you all for watching this. I will be back for another stream in 30 minutes. And yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. See y'all in 30.